We've arrived at the Nason Creek Dispersed camping area in the Wenatchee National Forest. That's the entrance right there. This is Washington State Highway 207, and the turnoff for the free camping area is right before you get to Nason Creek Campground. As you enter the Nason Creek Dispersed camping area, it's paved. It's a paved roadway. It goes back this way, and there's campsites off to the left. I'm going to give you a walking tour of this free camping area in the Wenatchee National Forest. So as I wind back into the free camping area, first campsite you're going to come across is this one right here. I have a van parked in there right now, but that's a nice long site. You can get any size rig in there. As you make your way back, the second campsite you'll run into is where I'm parked. And you have a nice wide entry here. Again, you can get any size rig in there. This is a little bit better vantage point of that campsite. And then it extends back a little bit further. You can see on the other side of my truck here, you can take your rig back a little bit further. So there is a campsite there where my truck is parked, but there are more private campsites. These roads kind of spider around in here. I'm going to walk you down this road. If you just keep on going, if you turn into this particular road right here, there are little pull-offs. There's one right there, and it goes on the other side of that tree. But as you walk back in here, there are other secluded campsites, and so far this is big rig friendly. You have a well-defined campsite right in here. Right in there. So that's the way I walked in. This is another vantage point of that last campsite. So yeah, there's a good campsite right there. You have one as soon as you come into this little spur. Then you had the semicircle that I'd show you. On my way back, I'll give you a better look at that campsite that's in the semicircle. So there's my truck, and the semicircle's right here, and it kind of goes this way. This is for, I'd say, a smaller camper. And then it'll circle back out on the road that I had taken you down before. And there is a little pull off right here within the semicircle. And as we move further down the asphalt road, there are other campsites. You can see another camper that's back up in there. Let me continue down the asphalt road, and I'll continue our walking tour of this free camping area. Just up from where my truck is parked, there's another offshoot off of this asphalt road. It goes back in here. You can see the people that are camping back in here, but I think there are other campsites as well. There's one right there for a smaller camping configuration. In fact, the access right here, because of that tree, you wouldn't want to bring a travel trailer back in here, but if you had a Class B camper, something like that, you could get back in here. Let's see what's back here. Okay, well, I walked past that campsite, and there's two ladies camping back there in that car. And they said somebody's got a trailer out here that has a camp set up. I don't think I'm going to walk clear back there just because of how narrow it is. But they do have a nice campsite here. There's a fire ring back here. So if you're got a Class B or car camping, that sure would be a nice campsite. Well, this is why I do the walking tours. If you follow that asphalt road all the way back, it dead ends into Washington Highway 207. On the way back here, there were a couple more pull-off areas where you can get a small car camping configuration. One's right off to my right here. See there? It's not very big. You can get a car in there if you wanted to camp overnight. I count 3 big rig friendly campsites at this free camping location on Nason Creek Dispersed camping area. One piece of helpful information I'll pass on to you is that if you do come back here with a big rig, do not proceed down the asphalt road past where my truck is sitting. You won't find a turnaround area down there. So to recap, the first big rig friendly campsite you run into is going to be where that van is parked. The second big rig friendly campsite is going to be right there where my truck is parked, off to the side. And if you turn down that spur road right beside my truck, the third big rig friendly campsite is right there. And as a bonus consolation, if you keep coming up this road, it takes us to that campsite the girls had referenced. This road will continue out to where the girls' campsite was earlier in the video. But there is a nice sweet campsite out here. I wouldn't categorize this as big rig friendly only because you got to make that turn coming up in here. But you have this large area back up in here. You have a small travel trailer, truck camper, car camping, Jeep camping. You can see that little travel trailer that's disconnected right there. But this is what that road looks like, and you got not a sharp turn, but you got a turn coming up in here. And there's a set of rocks right here. I would not bring my fifth wheel up in here. No way, no how. But if you got a smaller camping configuration, that last campsite might work for you. And I circle back around to where the girls have their campsite set up. The reviews on Campendium were kind of sketchy. You really couldn't make out whether just how big rig friendly the Nason Creek Dispersed camping area was. That's one of the reasons since I do these videos. You do have several big rig friendly campsites as well as an assortment of smaller campsites that will accommodate smaller camping configurations. I'll have the grid coordinates for this free camping location in the written video description on YouTube. I'll also have the upload and download speeds for Verizon, AT&T, and T-Mobile in the written video description as well. If you like these videos, like and subscribe, and I'll see you down the road.